Here we go again. Sony have revealed the free games we'll be receiving as PS Plus subscribers for the month of July 2023. All 3 of these games are downloadable on Tuesday, July 4th, around midday or whenever the store updates in your country. And it's a banger of a month, so let's do this. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is top of the list on both PS4 and PS5. Releasing 3 years ago, this first-person shooter takes us back to the 1980s and the Cold War era. Multiplayer-wise, things haven't really changed over the years in Call of Duty, in a good way. The shooting mechanics feel as great as always, and the suite of COD game modes are as bountiful as always. There are a few additions like Combined Arms, which plays more like a battlefield match, and of course the iconic Zombies mode is here. For the uninitiated, Zombies is a survival mode that pits hordes of zombies against you and your squad, and then ramps up in difficulty each round. The single-player campaign of Cold War canonically fits in between Black Ops 1 and 2 and becomes a fantasy spy drama which flirts with the ridiculous, especially for the 1980s. A great feature on PlayStation is on the PS5 and the DualSense controller, as gun recoil affects the vibration function, and each weapon handles differently as the triggers resist differently to different weapons. My pro tip is don't ever use this in multiplayer modes. The offset in reaction time will be your downfall. It's not worth it. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War reviews say it's a 7.8 out of 10. Very nice. So you've probably seen the Alan Wake 2 trailers and thought about playing the original one. Well, here it is, Alan Wake Remastered, a former Xbox exclusive which follows thriller novelist Alan Wake as he uncovers the mystery behind his wife's disappearance. Although it's not a full-fledged horror game, it definitely plays with the psychological thriller movie tropes. The game is even presented as a TV show as Alan collects clues from his own novels. Gameplay is pretty simple, no need for skill trees or crafting here, it's simply about using your limited arsenal to survive from point A to point B, and constantly needing to find batteries for your flashlight. All DLC is included in Alan Wake Remastered, including bonus episodes and a really cool voiceover from the game's devs and writers as you play. Overall, a solid 7 out of 10, especially for a game that released over a decade ago with a new coat of paint on it. If you do play this, get your phone out and scan the QR codes. Finally, Endling, Extinction is Forever, released exactly 1 year ago. Endling is another survival game, as we play as a mother fox escaping a forest fire with her cubs. This becomes the point of the entire game, to keep your offspring safe and cared for in what seems to be a post-apocalyptic world. In one scene, a human scavenger will take a pup from you, and it's up to you to get that little one back. Over time, we learn new skills as we forage for food, learning to track footprints and odours, being both the hunter and the hunted. Running around 7 hours in length, or about 14 for those who are hunting for the platinum. It's tough to find a review score on PlayStation, so I'll use Nintendo World instead. They gave it an 8 out of 10, so it's definitely worth your time. So that's it, that's the month. What are you playing? Alan Wake for me, gotta prepare for that second game. And I'm sure my friends will force me to play Call of Duty Zombies. I'm Adam, you're awesome. Please leave a like if you can. I'll see you next time.